Good evening, folks. This is what we're having for dinner tonight. It's chicken spaghetti sauce on spaghetti. Alright, and here's the recipe I'm using. Now, normally I do add some Old Bay seasoning, but I don't have any right now, so we're going to do without that. But this is what we're going to make. Alright, our ingredients are oil. We got a half of an onion chopped, a half of a pepper chopped. I'm using an orange pepper. We got a teaspoon of minced garlic. We got a 24-ounce can of Hunt's spaghetti sauce. I'm using the meat flavor. We got 2 chicken breasts that I have cut into cubes. We got 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning, a tablespoon of hot sauce, and some spaghetti. I got about a half a pound of spaghetti there. Alright, we got some water in this pan boiling. I have salted it. It's getting ready for the spaghetti to go into it to start cooking. Alright, I went ahead and added the spaghetti to the boiling water, and I'm going to let that cook. Alright, now to this pan I've added some oil because we're going to go ahead and get sauteing our chicken. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and season it with just a little bit of salt and pepper. Alright, here's that, and then here's the salt. Okay, and we're going to let that saute for a few minutes, and we'll be back. Okay, our spaghetti is now done, so I've just turned it off. I'm going to go ahead and drain it. Okay, our chicken is done, so now we're going to go ahead and add our onions and our peppers and our garlic. And we're going to let those cook. Yep, there we go. And okay, here's the garlic. Okay, there we go. And we're going to mix this up, and then we're going to let it cook until those onions and peppers are done. Here it is. There we go. How about that? There we are. Alright. Okay, so there we are. How about that? Okay. Okay, now we're going to add our seasonings. So we've got our Italian seasoning and our hot sauce. Alright. Now we're going to stir that. Alright. Here we are. Put some seasonings in. There we are. And now I'm leaving the liquid in here. That way it can help cook those onions and peppers. Okay? We want everything to be done and flavorful. So there's that. Okay. There we are. Put a lid on it and let it cook a little bit. Alright, our onions and peppers and chicken is now done. So we're going to go ahead and add our spaghetti sauce. Okay. Alright, there we go. And now we're going to give this a stir. There we go. Alright. How about that? Doesn't that look good? It smells yummy. Now we're going to let this stew for a little bit. And then we'll be able to use it for our spaghetti. How about that? Okay, there it is. We'll be right back. Alright, it has been a few minutes simmering, so I went ahead and added the spaghetti. And now I'm going to try to incorporate the spaghetti into that sauce. Alright, so I'll be right back and I'll show you in just a second. Alright, I wanted to mention that before you add your spaghetti, you'll want to taste your sauce for seasoning. Because, of course, we all have our own ideas on how much seasoning is enough or too much or whatever. So anyway, I did, and I did like the seasoning that I already had in it. So I just left it alone, and I added my spaghetti, and I've stirred it up. Now I'm just going to let it cook a few more minutes and kind of flavor that spaghetti a little bit, okay? Alright, it's done, so I'm going to go ahead and get it plated up. Alright, here it is, all plated up. Doesn't that look yummy? It's pretty good. And, you know, you can add extra hot sauce if you like, or any other seasonings. But it's totally doable to make spaghetti with chicken. So anyway, here's the proof. Alright, so give this a try. And, you can even try this with ground turkey if you'd like, or any kind of thing like that. Sky's the limit with this, okay? So you guys have a great night, and God bless y'all. We'll see you next time.